Welcome to
So,
Astrobros on
welcome.
June 16th.
Welcome. I just want to say happy. It's been over a year, boys. One whole year of this fucking
Yeah.
pod.
Well,
Fuck yeah. What episode are we
celebration.
on? Are we
This
on
would
like
be
episode 25
31.
or something?
31.
31.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's been over a
I have
year.
to I have to upload 30. So oh yeah, it's Monday. I wanted to do that today. So yeah, I'll do that later today.
I
Happy
know.
31st episode, everybody. We've made it
Blah, blah,
just in
blah,
time for
blah.
World War III. So
Yes.
this is the World War III episode because
Mm.
shit's going down.
Mhm.
Yeah. And by World War III, we're talking about the astrology group that we're in. Um
It is a battle. It's a never-ending war.
True. It is
Sorry.
the unending, deflating sometimes process of trying to herd cats. Luckily, I used to run a canvas office, so I'm used to herding cats because,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like literal,
Yeah.
literal cats, or
No,
yeah.
like fucking young libs, trying to
Oh
save
yeah.
the planet. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're you know
Those people. Yeah.
Saving
good for them
saving the world one signature at a time. One
for real.
signature at a time.
Yeah. Well,
Uh, yeah, met a lot of good people through it, like Naomi though, and some other folks. So
Yeah.
most of them, of course, hate me now, but that's beside the point.
yeah.
Uh,
It's true.
yeah,
Try and I hate you. It's
Yeah.
true. It's
yep,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good, good.
But it's mainly just
Let the
because, like,
hate
all the
flow
friends
through
in my
you.
life that they just don't give me enough attention and play enough video games with me. You
Oh
know?
yeah, I've noticed that
Ooh.
you're insatiable when it comes to getting people to play Fortnite with you. You're like very into it. And the good thing was yesterday we finally got our groove on, and
Yeah.
we literally won a victory royale together. And that was the first time
Yep.
Nice.
I've done that with you, so that
Yep.
makes me feel slightly better. And you're
Congratulations.
not quite as neurotic about getting as many bullets as you need, like right at the beginning now, which was the frustrating part playing with you early.
Well, I think
Um,
I think what they did is that the last 2 weeks of that season that they were trying to make it so everybody was hurting for bullets, so that when it got to the Star Wars season, people would be thankful that there weren't bullets.
Mm,
I think it's one of the strategies that they were playing.
it's a good strategy, Cotton.
'Cause
Yeah.
as
let's
'cause as
see if
soon
it
as we got
pays off.
yeah. But yeah, no, like we've gotten a couple firsts together, but never as a duo. That was our first. It's just you and me as a duo.
Aw.
Yep.
Aw.
Yeah, I think we've
Guys.
got.
The
I
Astro
think we.
Bros did good. We both got 8 kills and 4 assists. It was awesome.
Oh
Fuck
yeah, we
yes.
slayed. We
We
slayed.
didn't even have to kill the last person. He died in the storm,
Yeah.
hiding from us.
No, like
Okay.
we got shots off him. We couldn't quite kill him, but instead of chasing him down like we usually would, the storm was coming to us. So we just sat there and we were waiting for him to come over the ridge, and then we just suddenly won, and we're like, "We'll
He
take it."
never did. He died in the
Nice.
storm like a dog.
Yeah,
Like a
Oh,
dog.
like
like a
those
dirty
riders
dog.
on the storm. Yeah, you got to be
Mm,
careful.
Into
yeah.
this house we're born, into this world we're thrown.
Ooh,
That's a great
Never
song.
trust a
it is.
Capricorn.
Hey. Hey,
He
man.
was a Sag. I bet he wouldn't. I mean, Jim
Yeah.
Morrison probably hated Capricorns.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
He's like, they're
yeah.
so buttoned up. You know,
Yeah.
they need to button themselves down a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Good old
Okay,
good
what are
old
we gonna
time
do?
music.
We are
Um
gonna party. Yeah, what are we
Do
talking about?
let's talk about Jupiter and Cancer first.
Yes.
Holy shit, that just happened, and
Oops.
it's actually in the middle of squaring both Saturn and Neptune. So Neptune and Saturn are both in Aries. Jupiter just moved into Cancer, and it's starting to square that sheet. Squaring it up. They're squaring up. And, we have a lot of wars and rumors of wars right now. We have like a rising nationalism that's kind of happening in lots of different places.
all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tribal energy, that is
Oh
a
yeah.
normal thing when Jupiter moves into Cancer. And I think it's going to be a trip. I think it's generally pretty good for the US because Jupiter and Cancer, it conjuncts the sun. And I think there might be another planet in the US chart in Cancer. So I think we get a Sun conjunction from it, and I think we get a Mercury conjunction from it, if I recall correctly. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, I don't think war is going to break out, but I'm always the forever optimist. But yeah, I don't think. I mean, I know it is sort of breaking out, so I can kind of put my foot in my mouth there. But I don't think it's going to escalate into something where we get involved, and I think it's going to benefit us.
Well,
But you
It
know,
might. I mean, it might. I don't see how the. It might benefit us because the only reason that the war between Iran and Israel will benefit us is if we decide to maybe detach from being caught up in uh you know Israel all the
yeah,
time.
right.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Um,
it
but
is.
after watching all of our politicians be like, "Oh my God, I know you just started this and threw the first fucking punch and all, but we love you and we're praying for you real hard." Yeah, that was a little bit gay. It was too many of our politicians were being a little bit too subservient, in my opinion, for America first. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's also interesting because apparently, I don't know if you saw that video Robert posted the other day, but like apparently, the money supply from Israel that they've essentially been almost dollar for dollar outprinting, uh, just ahead of the U.S. currency. You know? And
Yeah.
so is, I'm not an expert in this by any means, but it seems what they're doing is that they're essentially trying to inflate their currency to more or less be on par with ours. And then maybe use that exchange rate as a way to like hold their own monetary value. Um so essentially they might like it's almost a way of like piggybacking on what the Federal Reserve is doing, you know,
Well, that makes
is
sense.
kind of
Yeah.
doing the same thing that essentially that they get like because effectively how it works right now is that when they print new money, the value for all of that money comes from all of the stuff in the economy in circulation. So the thing is that I mean, it sounds like Israel might have been doing a very similar thing that they're just printing their money in a very similar fashion, exchanging it with the US in a way that basically that they just that they're essentially printing money and utilizing the US's essentially foreign policy in that same way to make sure that their money has value.
Well, it'd be nice if we just kind of pulled back a little bit and stopped maybe
Mhm.
spending so much money over there, especially when that money is used to basically bully every country around them. So I don't know. That's my feeling about it. I think we are overdue for a Palestinian state. And we should actually get behind that and go with the Arab countries, maybe Russia, maybe some European countries, offer security guarantees and allow them to have a fucking state, you know?
Ooh,
Um,
this guy taking
Yeah,
the controversial stance.
just saying. It's
Yeah,
not even that controversial.
I know. I
Everybody
know.
agrees on it, except for the
yeah,
fucking Israelis, dude. And,
yeah,
it needs to happen. You can't just fucking carpet bomb like the people south of you and expect to just be everything to be okay. Like
Yeah.
there's too much video that got out. There's too many fucking kids and women got killed.
Yeah.
And nobody really feels bad for them right now. I think the biggest thing that's shifted is the US public opinion towards Israel is probably at the lowest it's ever been in US history right now.
Yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
would I would bet $100 on that easy. If
yeah.
that yeah,
I mean,
which
100%. And it's also like it's very interesting because it's just like almost every almost the majority of all the big stories going on for news cycles this entire year, almost every news cycle, Israel has had some direct or tangential relationship to that news story, like
yeah.
80%. And it's just one of those things is like so many things are coming out about that. And the most interesting thing about it is Israel's been dividing the left and the right. It's been one of those very interesting things because I've always found it fascinating over the last 15 years or whatever, or uh, every time an election comes up, it kind of forces people to make a decision, not just about what they want to do, but about how reality is and what's happening in reality. And then at the same time is depending on those people and their ideologies is like, do they invest in a sunk cost version of
Fallacy.
reality?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it one of those things where they're like, hey, I made my best choice I could, and I'm gonna just, be step off about it and be like, hey, you know what? I was right about this and I was wrong about this, or I was glad that I picked this person for this reason, or I'm glad I didn't pick this person for this reason, you know? And just
Yeah.
but
If Trump jumps into Iran, if he jumps into that war, he can go fuck himself. To be honest,
yeah.
he would lose my support completely if he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
straight up.
well,
he
well,
won't.
and
I
I've
don't
heard
think
from
he
a lot
will
of
either, but it's
if he does
weird.
if he does that, he basically, and this is also the thing where Trump has to realize as far as like his own ego's concerned. If he gets us into this war or any other stupid war like this, he's gonna ruin his entire fucking legacy and nobody's gonna give a fuck about him in the future.
Yeah,
He's just gonna
Oh,
be
for sure.
another fucking person. But if he can actually be someone who keeps us out of war and do that, like everything else he does is going to be held into that juxtaposition. And I hope he's I hope that he can at least be smart enough to play his own ego card well enough for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like
hope so. I mean, he's under a lot of pressure, obviously. Um, he's never been like a friend to Iran. I mean, he did smoke that one fool, like uh Solomon or whatever, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
And then he just put up like the American flag, like 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 a gang sign afterwards, which was pretty cool. So I mean, there's no love lost between them, but it's like we can't ally with evil to fight evil, you know, in this particular case, I don't think.
yeah,
So,
Well, it's a very classic uh play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
mm,
And 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 I've also heard various other things that like the so much of the neocons, when they want to push for war, they have all of these military reports that are like, we're going to go in and crush them, it's going to be nothing and whatever. But it's just like, I mean, like most of the times that we've been into places, even with our superior firepower on actual warfare kind of stuff over the last like 15, 20, 30 years, we've not been doing that great because that was never like they weren't coming in. Like we're very good for shock and awe. We come in, we take what we need, we hit the thing, and we get the fuck out of there. That's really what our military is good for.
we're
And our
good at air
military,
superiority in a lot of ways. Yeah, and
yeah.
well,
sudden attacks.
Well,
but with
yeah,
drones and all this other stuff, it's just like we are in a whole new world. And in these old neocons, like it just in the last 10 years the military technology has changed enough that all of those old guys like need to be out of there. They can't even process, like the normal human brain and the average person can't even process what kind of drone warfare is looking like now. And
Yeah.
it's and like and it's it's terrifying to watch,
yeah, yeah.
Drone
you know.
warfare sucks, dude. It is like definitely like an even step removed, you know? It's basically like kids playing video games to bomb out little fuckers. I've seen the like Ukrainians and Russians that are just resigned to their fate as the drone drops a little missile on them, you know, or the grenade on them, because that's what a lot of the drones in the Ukraine front do. Um,
Yep.
they drop like little grenades, and you see them down in this ditch, being like, "Fuck, here's the fucking drone." Uh, Sometimes they wave their arms and they're like, "No, no, no," but the drone operator doesn't care. The drone operator's like, "Nope, you are one of the bad guys, so I'm gonna fucking drop this little fucking guy on you."
Yeah,
And all war is gross, you know, but that there's
Yep.
something that's more detached about it. There's something that's more mechanistic about drone warfare.
It's
And
less
it's
honor.
only gonna get better too, which is like they're gonna have swarms and shit. It's gonna be Pluto and Aquarius is scary in that way.
Yeah.
yeah.
um
Well, let's Trey. Can you? I'm just looking at it right now. The chart of Iran.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting thing that
They're in
pops up.
Aries, right?
They are in Aries. Their moon is at 28 degrees and 50 minutes of Taurus. Where is Uranus right now? It's literally at like 28 degrees and like I think 48 minutes. I think the last time I checked, the moon or transit Uranus is hitting their moon exactly. Transit Saturn is on their IC because their IC is at 0 degrees Aries.
Oof. I
It's
mean, they have to fight back at this point. I mean, that's the kind of thing. Their backs to a wall to a certain extent.
yeah,
Um, I wish that wasn't the case. It's going to be a fucking shit show. Um,
yeah. But
oh,
I just find it interesting. The especially the moon. The moon is what's is this the right chart?
you should look up Israel's chart too, real quick.
Yeah, it's April 1st, 1979 for
Yeah, that was
the
when the Shah was toppled and the Ayatollahs took control.
ooh buddy.
I
Well,
mean,
this is the chart of the moment right now. So
Oh, okay. So where's Uranus? Uranus is at oh, it's at 29 degrees now. So literally yesterday, Uranus was or like yesterday and like early today, Uranus was conjunct like to the fucking exact point Iran's natal moon for the country.
Jesus.
I just find that I mean that's interesting to me and that stands out because it's like Iran has been in the background for fucking years if not
Decades.
decades, but
Yeah.
like
Ever since we lost our puppet, we've been very upset.
yeah, but like it's just the timing of fucking transits. It just is beautiful. I mean, not beautiful because it's kind of not the most beautiful thing, but
No,
the
I get what you're
timing of
saying.
transits is like
no,
you can't get any more perfect than that when you're like looking at like okay, like I mean,
no,
yeah. Go
no,
ahead.
it's apt. Like one thing I like about like the good when Doctor Who was good, you'd have this like flesh eating like essentially like crustacean thing with a metal exoskeleton or whatever. And then he's just sitting here being like, "Oh, it's brilliant. It's so beautiful." As it's like that's the villain that's like trying to like devour them and just like he's so fascinated with life, you know?
Yeah.
And so I totally that like yeah, life is beautiful even some of the grotesque, awe-inspiring, horrible aspects can still like you can still see the mechanistic of karma and spirit and people like learning their own things. I mean, it's just you
Yeah.
never know what like karmic like burdens you have to endure.
Yeah.
Such
No. No. No,
horrible
totally.
like you never know what you've done in a past life to
Yeah.
deserve what is being put upon you right now.
Yeah. Like a dog licking your beard off. Yeah.
I
Like what kind of karma did you put out in the past, Mike? That.
I don't know. They love me. Dogs love me.
No,
I must have
exactly.
been good. I must have been a nice dude
Mm,
to
you were
dogs in the past.
a good boy.
I was a good boy. Yes. Oh my
Oh.
gosh, you're so cute.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We had an episode with her, but what's her name? It's a her, right?
This is Liza.
Liza. Okay.
Liza. That's enough. All right.
But
Mm,
when shit popped off in Iran this past weekend, Mars was square their natal moon, like to the degree.
yep.
Uranus was conjunct their natal moon to the degree. And
Yeah.
like
They were part of
Saturn,
that Mars Uranus can
yeah,
square. Yeah.
yeah. So it just as like how transits work, it's like they work if your natal chart has planets or points at the degrees of what's transiting, you're gonna be involved in those transits. And like
Yes.
whether that's you're gonna feel those transits. Like we all feel the transits kind of like broadly and like more like abstractly, but like when it's hitting your fucking shit
Yes.
on your chart, whether it's a country or an individual, that's I'm just this is how transits work. But like, yeah, I'm just you guys know. I'm just telling the fucking audience.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like,
Audience
yeah,
transits will fuck you up sometimes if it's
yeah,
right on the degree.
yes.
If
And if it
if you
well,
have
hits
like
I'm
something,
still learning.
eclipse that's right on a degree, it's probably going to impact you. You know,
yeah, if it hits
if you
something in your chart,
yeah,
yeah,
and you can usually tell where it's going to impact you through the houses, which houses it's
Yeah.
activating,
Yes.
which is so it's like you're still not going to be able to dodge a transit. That's what's there's this really cool meme, and it's like somebody like on a skateboard, and it's like what transits do to you when you don't know about them, and it's just somebody falling off a skateboard. But then the other one is like
Oh
when you
yeah.
do know what transits are doing to you, and it's like he's doing this crazy trick and doing this crazy rail ride, but still falling flat on his face. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Well,
like you're
it's
That's
still gonna
awesome.
get it. There's no
well,
way
that's the
around it.
stepping on the rake. That's the
That's so
stepping.
good.
Like it's
Yeah,
like not knowing
that
what
might be it.
transits
Yeah.
are is basically you step on the rake, and then the other one is like guy doing a big thing, and he jumps off and does a backflip, kick flip, and then falls,
It
and then has the
steps
rake
on
in
the
it.
rake.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's totally what the meme is. I might have even made that one. I'm not totally sure. I think I did.
I I
I
think
just
you
didn't remember it that well, obviously.
I think you probably did.
Oh, that's good.
You're inspired
But it
every
was a
once in
good
a while.
meme. Everybody
Oh
said
yeah.
so.
All
Everybody.
the people were talking about how good it
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
Yes, for sure.
everybody.
Everybody, all five of my fans were very excited.
Yeah, I actually can't show it because I actually sold it to somebody
Ooh.
because it's now because it was such a good meme,
It's an
and it's actually
NFT now.
Oh my God. Remember, I was just thinking those fucking things were a thing and they are not a thing anymore. Like it's wild. They
Dude, if
phys
you get a slurp ape, you can get a double secret. And I mean, it was such ridiculous shit. It's like nobody wants a slurp ape, dude. I don't know why you guys are so excited about paying
uh
$1 million for a slurp ape.
yeah.
It's terrible. And then all the memes about it were like people just saving, just saving the picture. It's like, oh, cool. Now I have it too. It's like, what are you doing? It was very strange. I didn't understand that shit at all.
Yeah.
The only thing that I do understand with NFTs is there's like certain comic series, like Grok the
Seriously.
Wanderer, Gru the Wanderer, and like they Marvel releases them as NFTs, like
Oh,
comics. So
wow.
you have like this digital copy that there's only a certain amount of, and you have it forever basically, and you can trade those. I kind of get it for that, but I don't get it for like slurp apes. Does that make sense? If you have like a Marvel comic that there's only 100 of these NFTs, they become a tradable commodity. But if it's just a fucking ape, like it doesn't make any sense. It's not
No.
like it's not value. It doesn't have that much value.
No. No.
this
And
boomer take brought to you by the old men who why are things the way they are? I don't get it. Why can't I just call someone on a phone? Why do I
yeah.
have to talk to a
What?
robot? That's mine. That's mine. I fucking hate talking to AI. Like, let me talk to a person or pretend you're a machine. Like,
I don't know, man. I think it's better than Indians sometimes. I just
Yeah, fair.
just kidding, just kidding.
Oh,
I get a lot of them calling me and just being like, "Hello, I'd like to call you because we are what are we today? Oh yes, yes, a customs border agent."
Yes, you need to pay us in Target gift cards. What the
yeah,
fuck? I mean, come on. What the hell is going on? And there's boomers that are like, okay, I need to go
yeah,
to
yeah,
Target and get you a $500 gift card. Otherwise, the IRS is going to be after me.
yeah.
I
Like,
feel like that's a tax on stupidity to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is fair. I mean, like,
Oh,
oh,
more
I
power to you. Way to go,
yeah,
boomers.
I had
yeah.
someone call me and I was just in the wrong mood. I was so like and I was like, this is probably a spam call, but it's like I need to answer my phone. And so for various reasons. And so I answer it. And then it's just like he says the thing and I'm like, and I don't usually do this. I usually say something snarky and hang up, but this time I just fucking let him have it. I started swearing at the top of my lungs, and this guy, he's just like, you know what? Fuck you, and fuck your mom. And I was like, oh, he's coming back at me, and I'm like, I start going back at him, and it was just like, and then I just hung up. I was just like, but he was like ready to like start keep on the phone and keep yelling to me. And I was just like, wow, dude, is this really like the best you can do with your time in your life right now? And he was so angry. And I was just like, hang up.
Well, that's why you got to figure out if they're from Pakistan or India because you know which
Ooh.
religion to make fun of. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Oh
That's
yeah.
how you really get them. You
Yeah.
just get them on the. That's why
A
learning world
fucking
religions
cow.
is important.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking cow if
Yeah.
you're from India.
No, I hear that. I hear that. It's hard to make burgers out of their sacred cows if cows aren't sacred to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
That's
you can
why
be
you got to
like,
figure out if they're. You can usually figure it out. And I mean, oh God, this actually reminds me of a story. So Israel released this thing. Thank you. It was like some map that was. It didn't have the right borders for India on it, and it was from the Israeli Defense Forces, and like Indians in the comments were like fucking just so mad, and the Israel Defense Forces kept like not updating the map, but responding and being like, "We understand that you're upset about this at this time," and they were just like crashing out. There were thousands of Indians just crashing out over the
oh,
incorrect map lines, and it was pretty funny. They like
that is
whoever
really funny.
runs that Twitter account just lost all of the support from India, basically, Indian nationalists for
Oh no.
Israel. So
Oh no.
poor guy. Yep.
Oh yeah, that was not intentional at all. That was not. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I mean, as much as everyone hates Israel, they're pretty smart. They're kind
Why
of
would they
troll.
fuck with India on purpose, though? It doesn't make any sense.
They're just fucking with everybody. They
Uh,
because they think they run shit. Ah.
mm.
Yeah, they it seems like they
Huh.
think that they do.
Well, I
Mm.
mean, it is kind of rude to think that God is like he's just about you.
Right?
You're God's guys, and God kind of thinks everybody else is a piece of shit, but you are God's guys, and you are going to get to run this whole show, and
Oh yeah.
all of not God's guys are basically yours, because that's part of the messianic tradition of Judaism is like the Moshiach will come, and they'll run the world, and we'll be basically the servants, to well, they said like offend and eat, I think is like what one of the people said. And it's like, not everybody believes that, but there's enough people that believe that is pretty gay. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's
Yeah.
too gay.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
gay.
It's pretty good.
It's
Well,
pretty
there's
gay. You,
also according to some people's understanding of how like manifestation physics work, that a lot of what people have to do is that essentially that like you need to convince people that certain things are possibilities in reality in order for you to get them. And so some people believe that like a lot of the movies and video games and other stuff out there, a lot of culture is specifically made, and also news stories too, are put out there specifically to convince people that certain things are possible, so it's easier to manifest those energies into certain areas.
yep.
And
Predictive programming, I think, is what
Yeah.
they used to call that. Yeah.
well, I
But it is
that as well.
deeper than that. Yeah.
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 And but there's also game theoretic ways that you can show how some of these things are going to have those effects as well without looking at like manifestation physics, but it's still the same thing. It's just it's changing the way that the human being operates, whether that be spiritual or not. You're still influencing the way that it operates.
Yeah.
True. True.
Wait, what is manifestation physics? Because that just sounds like
Made
some
up.
some new age bullshit. Troy, I'm
Well,
putting you on the spot.
long story short, basically, we're all energy. And so as energy is
Oh,
interacting with other energy, you're going to have essentially polarization fields, you know, come into contact with each other.
okay.
Um
So you can
uh
manifest what you
well the
want.
Hmm.
well like let's
Hmm.
just put it this way, is
Oh,
that like there's the way that certain things are going to manifest into reality and be certain abilities for it to come about, because
yeah.
like okay, let's just say like it's a new invention for something, like once the prerequisite information before that invention is there, well, then you've kind of unlocked it to a certain degree, both culturally speaking, but also like on an energetic level on the planet, you know? And so it's because the way that we pull ideas through, we're pulling, like, we can't have energy in our body if it's not in the earth grid. And the earth grid can't pull it down if it's not in the
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So essentially,
Well,
when you're trying to, like, if you're looking at how a baby's born, is another way to look at manifestation physics, is like
That's how you do it.
a soul incarnated into a body takes a whole process way before birth happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
when you're
yeah.
like halfway through the manifestation process is more or less by the time we see it. You know? And so then so basically half of its cycle is coming into existence, and then half of its cycle is in its existence until it goes out of existence.
So I
But
was reading this book called Journey of Souls, which
yeah.
was talking about like the basically there's this dude, Michael something, good name. Um
Shut up.
anyhow,
Shut
Michael
up.
something,
Archangel or arch enemy,
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael
arch enemy,
Schultz
archangel,
is
Michael. No. Anyway, this guy, Michael,
Michael
he
Schultz.
does past life regression basically for people, and he's done it like for thousands of people, and he takes them to the place between lives while they're under hypnosis.
Yeah.
So he's got like this huge body of knowledge about like kind of what happens. And one of the things that we do when we're coming back into body is we have like certain goals where we're trying to stretch ourselves, and learn certain lessons in certain areas. And we come back into body for specifically for those things, which I think is kind of an interesting way to look at it. That we actually kind of choose as a soul what kind of challenges we're going to have, like what our chart's going to be like. I think kind of fits
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I could take it.
so it's
Yeah.
not like everything is perfectly because you can fuck up. You can like absolutely fail the challenges.
Yeah.
You can not learn. Um, but we
No
try to
risk,
give
no
ourselves the
reward.
best chance. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no risk,
Interesting.
no reward.
So you guys think we choose that? It's not
Yep.
chosen for us.
Yeah, I think we choose it. I think from
There.
the readings that I've done, you only have there's only a certain amount of bodies, so
Yeah.
you do have limited choices to a certain extent.
Yep.
Um, but I think we choose what we think is going to be the best for us. But I think we do it with advisors. I think we have we have basically our guides, right? Like
Yeah.
the people that are above us. If you're thinking like on hierarchical level,
I am.
the people that are above us in spiritual attainment actually try to help us along the way. We can call for their help as we're going. People will call them like a lot of different names, like guardian angel. I think is like the most
Oh yeah.
Western way to
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's interesting.
No, no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I only my only thing is so like I'll try to keep it concise. Say you live a life, you fuck up a lot, you do a lot of bad shit, build up a lot
Yep.
of karma, yada yada, whatever layman terms. You die. Your soul then goes to that pool, whatever, fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. Point is, then it's time to be reincarnated in a new body. You get to choose, or is it chosen for you in the sense that like you're what you did in that past life? Because it's like
Oh, the
It's
soul
no,
keeps a record. Yeah, you don't
yeah,
get to just choose like a life of ease after you
yeah,
fucked a bunch
that's
of
what I'm
people
no,
over.
that's what I'm
it's like
asking.
video games in a certain degree, that the better you do in a certain round, you're going to have X amount of points in certain coins and credits or whatever, like in a
Yeah.
free to play game or whatever. And so basically, like, you get to choose within the options available to you,
Uh,
you know?
I see. So there is like
Yes.
constraints. Yeah.
There are constraints, but the
Okay.
key thing is that, like, but here's the thing is like how I understand, and it's been explained to me, and what resonates as true is that, like Mike was saying, is that there's a limited amount of bodies on the planet for the amount of souls that want to incarnate at any given time. And so just like you're playing on a server and the server is full and then you have to go log back in, log back in, log back in, log back in. Oh, sweet, it let me in. Now you don't want to get off the server because you know you're not going to get back in and you're going to and it may not you may not get back. And so it's kind of that thing. But also in the sense that like we know that there's certain randomization that's going to be in there, and that's part of like side quest bonus karma in a sense that like we know that like war, famine, all this other stuff happens, and there's going to be things that like we don't control, like we don't get to completely dictate our storyline in our
Yeah.
lifetime, but
Yeah.
we do set up major themes and roadblocks. And the
Yeah.
way that our energy actually works is because time doesn't really exist. So way we're experiencing our lives is in a way that it's like watching a movie. Like you don't want the movie to be spoiled. You don't want your life to be spoiled. And that's the way that like we're actually in that constant state of enjoyment is that we don't know the ending. So we don't know what's going to do what, and we don't know if the good guy is going to win or whatever.
I
And so
We choose
but
amnesia for a reason.
and at the same time
I
as we
would
set
want to
up
know.
major fate points in there along the way too. Now we can miss some of those, but there is a lot of those that we more or less hardwire in. But again, like if you've set a certain time and you're going to meet with X person on X date, but you don't have your shit together, well then you're gonna fuck up that meeting and you're not gonna execute on that, or you're not going to take that opportunity and transition it into what it was supposed to be for you. So instead of being like maybe like instead of meeting your life partner, she tells you to get your shit together. It's still like an important lesson, but you've now missed that important point, and you still have everything pushing you in the right direction. But that doesn't mean everything in your life is guaranteed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
certain like save points in a game where you can't like save it after in some games you can't save it after a certain point because you fucked up the ending, you know.
Yep.
You can mess up a life. Supposedly from Journey of Souls by Michael Newton, that's his last name. Um, you go through a life review basically with your guides and some higher ups in the celestial hierarchy, whatever you want to call it, and you have to experience like all this stuff that you did that was really negative to other people from their perspective. So there's if you really mess up in a life and you harm a lot of people, you end up having to feel that from
Yep.
their side.
Okay.
That
So I
well,
don't
and
know
that's
how many
part of
people I've messed up in the group, but I'm gonna have to figure it out at some point. You know, that'll be fun.
well,
Hey,
and that's
hey.
part of the like having your life flash before your eyes as I understand it. And it's also for me in a certain ways that like hot topic, but like why
Hot topic.
self-deletion is not really an option spiritually speaking for the same reason because hey, I came in to this body to learn these specific lessons, you know?
Yeah,
And the reason why we do it here and don't just do it there is because uh there's how do I put it this way? We have certain leverages that we got to be able to do here. It's like isolation training. So we got to
Well,
pull away everything else
we
so
have
that we're just
emotions
work.
here, which are different. You
and
know.
life is hard here. Like it's a
Yes.
challenge. It's not just
Yes.
like
It's like
fucking
it's like
blissful
put
fucking yeah.
it yeah, it's like literally like Navy SEAL training. It's like we're intensive training here, and but also at the same time is that like if you go into a harder level of game, you're going to get more points for the next for your next character. You know what I'm saying? So the next
Oh.
time you go, so okay, now next time I can just go invest a little bit more stats here, a little bit more here, and then I get to go be like, but also like when you played the game and you're going around for the fourth, fifth, eighth time or whatever on this specific game
Easier.
style, well, it's easier, but then you also start to challenge yourself. And then you
Yeah.
start to be like, you know what I haven't really gone to the northern plains of Akbar, you know? And then
Akbar.
I'm just making
That's
it
where the
up.
admiral's from, dude.
Yeah. It's a
Well, and so skill-based matchmaking comes in and then it says like, "Oh, you've been doing good.
yep.
So we're going to make your life fucking harder. We're going to match you up with all the
Yeah.
other." all the other fucker. No, the Northern
Right.
Plains of Akbar. That's Alua Akbar. That's what I'm thinking.
That might
Alua.
be the title of the show. We'll see.
The Northern
Better than
Plains of
World War III.
Akbar.
Plains of
Yeah,
Akbar.
yeah. That's amazing. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I get what you're
What else
saying.
is happening? Mars is moving into Virgo soon.
Ooh, thank fuck. I'm
Yeah,
sick of.
Mars and Leo has been kind of a pain in the ass, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's been in their ego a lot more.
I'm sick of it. I'm done with it.
Do you dislike just people being in their ego in general as an Aquarius?
Yeah. I mean,
How do you get along with Troy then?
uh, very
I'm just playing,
carefully.
Troy. I'm just
Very
playing.
careful. No, it's hard. It's hard. I'll tell you what. No. Hey, my sister is a
There's
Leo.
a reason why we've never actually met in person.
You haven't?
Yeah. No,
That's
no, no,
sad.
no, 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 no.
No, no, to be
No,
honest, is I
I
I
enjoy
was up.
Leos.
It was like we were friends for only like a short period of time, and I was up in Seattle for a friend cousin's wedding, and I almost invited Nick out, and I've been regretting not doing it for like 5 years now. So
Mm. I'm sure Amber's happy. So that's good, you know.
well, that's what I live for. I
Yeah,
wake up
that's
every
what
morning.
oh God. Oh, no comments on that.
uh
No comment.
no, I
No
mean I got
comments.
nothing. I got no beef with anybody. Oh
I
wait.
know.
Wait, can you say can you I this is 100% a joke. Can you really say that you have no beef against a fucking cow against a
No,
Taurus?
Hey,
no, that was good. That was
Cuz
a
they are
good.
they're literally made of beef. I mean,
yes.
They will have beef with you no matter what. Is kind of my feeling about Tauruses at this point. I like them. I like them a lot, but
I
they're always right. That's like the problem.
Worse
Aquarius
than
is
a
always right too, but they're
no,
right like a
they're
year before it's relevant.
yeah.
That's like
Oh
the
God.
problem with
well,
Aquarius.
I the thing I can
Yeah.
relate on
Yeah.
Tauruses
You
about,
nailed it.
which is that like generally speaking, they're playing around or they don't weigh in until they have to, you know? And
Yeah.
and that's what I'd say about a lot of the Tauruses is that, they'll be fun and games, but when it but it's the equivalent of the Aries picking your battles, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, you know, they only want to step on the scale once in a while. What can I say?
Why? Because they're a
You
cow.
should never step on a scale. We're very nice. We don't deserve to be stepped
Oh,
on.
a scale. Oh my God. I just got that. That's whew. That's Troy. That was actually a good joke.
I I got but again, this is about Tauruses in general. Again, I don't want people to assume that I'm talking about them
You're
because
harping.
yeah,
They
well the moon
already have made their judgment, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what you got to realize about
That's
Taurus.
yeah. That's oh God. Yeah.
what
That
fixed
is
mindset? Huh? What?
yeah. Yeah.
Fixed
I don't know.
mindset, man. It's great.
Yeah. As
Uh,
opposed to watery, ethereal mindset.
you know,
I mean, yeah, I got my Pisces Mercury, so
You
trust
do.
me. Well, but it makes sense to a certain degree.
wait,
What does
you said
water do
trust you. You
consistent?
have your Pisces Mercury. I mean, that's why I don't.
I was gonna
But
say it, but
let me
Mike
get to my
got it.
point. What's the
Oh.
what's the main way that water interacts with Earth? It's eroding it.
It's eroding it,
It's
but it's also
true.
fertilize. It also feeds the plant life, right? So it's like
Yeah.
very
Well, like
synergistic in a way.
one of
Yeah.
the most compacting elements on soil on bare ground is rain. And then you have almost all of our landscapes have basically been shaped by mostly water, but a lot of it's been wind too. You know? So if you're just looking at how those elements interact and as being metaphors for those energies and how they interact, you can see those same things. So it would make sense that water signs irritate and erode earth signs.
Does make sense.
It does make sense, actually. I hate to admit, but
Whereas
that's actually really fucking good.
for the air signs, Earth just doesn't understand them because they don't
Yeah.
really interact that much. It's
Yeah.
like Earth and air, like air is above the Earth, right? Like
Yeah.
fire, Earth gets. They're like fire sucks, right? Because
Yeah.
fire is constantly burning shit, and
Yeah.
if you're the Earth, you're like, I'm tired of being burnt by fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're air, though, Earth doesn't really get you. I don't think.
Well,
I don't think
No.
Earth gets
well,
air very well.
well,
No.
I think a lot about Earth and air interacting is like when you look at like mountain peaks, and because what you really get a lot with you get microclimates essentially, because when you get air pockets being trapped by Earth, well, that's where kind of things are being more protected, you
Yeah.
know. So like if you're being a permaculture person, and it's like if I'm
Oh
trying to
God
make
damn
it,
it! Not the permaculture
We're
again.
not
no,
doing
but
it.
it's a
I'm
but
kidding. I'm kidding.
We're not doing it.
but it's still, so if you make these, you can basically like make little semicircles essentially, and if you make them southward facing, you're gonna make it so as the wind picks up that you're not going to have like it's like the back of a pickup bed essentially. You're gonna create this little air pocket so as the wind blows over it, you having air in basically creating a slipstream for the air, so that so if you're looking in certain ways that like Earth and can protect and insulate air and isolate it and make it more like a hospitable
Useful.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also you can think about like the top of Everest. How many people die at the top of Everest where, you have a lot of air and earth meeting and basically nothing else.
Yes. Um,
Yep.
it's kind of cool, like all the dead people on the top of Everest. I don't mean it's cool in like a sense that like it's cool
Temperature
that so
wise,
many people are dead. I think it's cool that so many people had to lay these ambitions to rest. You know what I'm saying? Like they got up close. They ended up like they couldn't hack it, and nobody can take them out of there, so they're just like these little frozen bodies littered across the landscape
Oh yeah.
of all these people with more ego than fucking sense. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or with some bad luck. Sometimes it was bad luck that did it, but most of them it was more ego than sense. They were like, I'm going to conquer this mountain, and the mountain was like, no,
Yeah.
no, you're not, you're going to fucking
Hmm.
die on it. Which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. I like that.
well, it they're
I
also
like
the type
watching
of
people,
Scorpio moon.
they're
Yeah.
fail.
also the type
Yeah.
of lessons that you don't get to really learn from in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Um
But it's not really suicide, which is cool because
Yeah.
we were talking about that earlier, and that actually reminded me of something. In the book, it talks about how suicide, every time when you go to the after, not suicide, but unaliving, you might have to edit that part.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
We're
allowed to
keeping
talk
this.
about it.
Ah, who
But
knows?
if you unalive yourself, you don't gain very much. Like you lose pretty much all your forward progress. Except it does say that if you're in a crazy like a sickness that's just going to take away all of your mobility, going to take away your mind or whatever, that then it's okay in those moments. It does say that does not hurt you karmically, which is kind of
Interesting.
interesting.
That
Oh,
is.
for sure. No, there are exceptions to that, but that's more or less that like I mean, there's certain instances where it's like, you can't betray someone's trust, so you end up taking that option because you know that there's only worse options in it for you. And there's
Yeah.
lots of things like that. And as far as I understand karmically, it's like if you have two equal combatants fighting and they both know they're fighting for a cause, well, there's not really karmic repercussions from that. There's karmic repercussions if you're cruel about it, you know, but if you just show up as a warrior in your battlefield and
Oh,
you
yeah.
slay the enemy and you go home, that's there's no karma. You were doing what you needed to do and you were living up to your principles and such like that. That's very different from someone going out there and being cruel and doing the you know grapes and pillaging.
I mean, okay, so I have a lot of Viking ancestry, and I think that sometimes
Careful.
everything they were doing was not totally wrong.
um there's There's
I
certain
feel
there's
like maybe culture has some impact on it. I don't know.
no
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see. I
yeah.
mean,
culture
We'll
does
also,
have
it
an
was
see.
obviously like a more virile. Wait, no, I'm not going to say this. We should probably edit that out. Uh, but it's true. It is
No,
true. What I'm thinking is true. It's just rude. It's just
no,
rude.
no,
Sometimes
it's
things
you
are
know what?
rude and true.
Rude.
it
Yeah, rude is okay.
no, as
Yeah.
far as I understand it, there's definitely gonna be some cultural context to some of those things.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, like, even if there is cultural context that, let's say, gets you immune from certain types of karma, you're still going to have to do what you were saying is experience things from their perspective. And
Oh
there's
yeah.
still going to be a universal aspect and balancing to those.
Yeah, that's true. I just have a lot of Viking ancestors, and
Oh
they
yeah.
weren't always nice, and I
Well,
still love them.
well, but okay, but a lot of cultures were not nice like throughout history. So it's not
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you're the Viking. Like if we're talking about the Vikings, they're fucking nice. Fuck yeah. They're badass. If they want to
Son of a
spread that
bitch.
badassery, and the one way to
Well,
spread that is through
there's
Shit. Oh shit.
pillaging.
women have long
Oh
been seen
shit.
as a resource,
They
you
they
know?
are. They
I
are.
No,
got too
no,
excited talking
well,
about all
well,
this.
I'm just,
That's what happened. Sorry,
Work
go
it.
but
ahead.
also in the sense that they're seen as a resource, as some people like to take resources that don't belong to them for a long
Hey.
period of time. It's something
Hey.
that humans have done for a long period of time. I don't condone it, but it's something that has happened. And now we're going to have some of those latent genes and latent memories and latent issues that are still being dealt with today because they are still being dealt with today, you know? Um, and to ignore them is to be juvenile, and to essentially ignore the shadow. But at the same time is that, like, you can still take those and recognize them for what they are and those impulses, uh, and redirect them in a different way so that they don't control you. And that's really what a lot of, like, being an aware human is. Because, like, yeah, we all have darkness in us, and we all have those things that want us to act in certain ways. And if you don't realize that, well, then it's going to come out in very basically, if you're not,
Maladaptive.
it might be very Aries to say, but if you're not overtly aggressive on some shit, you're going to be passive aggressive on shit to the point where you, like, from anger management, where you're just taking it out on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that's not wrong. Yeah, yeah, I do agree with that. Like, I think modern culture is very has pathologized and shut down what you
Aggressive
talk aggressive. Yeah,
aspects.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. When like it is a part of human nature. Now, obviously, yeah, you don't just go around
Sometimes you just got to murk
punching
people,
everyone.
though. I mean, you just got to
Yeah,
do it. Sometimes it's important.
yeah,
It's unfortunate, but
yeah,
sometimes it's just got to be done.
yeah. And
I
that's,
feel
I
like
mean,
it might need to be done more than it is right now. I feel like
yes,
maybe it's not happening as much as it
and
needs to.
maybe Saturn and Aries will help give a
Maybe.
little punch to that culture. We'll see. If there's any
Yeah.
lessons to be learned, that might be one of them.
So Mars and Virgo, guys. Are you guys besides? And then Nick disappears as soon as I say Mars. Oh wait, he's back.
I switched.
Mars in Virgo. It's going to be
Yes.
about
He's switching to mobile mode.
Yeah.
setting up setting up our plans a little bit better. The best way to use the Mars and Virgo energy that's about to come up is to really work on how we're using our energy and be more consistent with it, more targeted with it, more pointed with it.
Yes.
Um, Mars and Leo, not so much. It was like a different style.
Yeah.
Um, and it was going really slow through Leo too for part of the time. So we had to deal with it for a long time. Mars and Leo is more about picking your battles, getting into it, like being inside of our ego. But Mars and Virgo is about like the ego taking a back seat and being more calculated with how you're using your energy. It's a great time for people if they want to work on their body. Like work on eating cleaner, work on lifting, work on creating good habits, like the ones that we're showing off right now, drinking and smoking.
Yeah.
Shut up, you. Wait, you. But
This
yeah,
is low
you
calorie
are
But
though.
correct.
exactly. But no,
Yeah,
I like these
yeah,
things.
you
I've
are
enjoyed
correct.
them.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an interesting time. Mars will be in Virgo for about 2 months, I think, and then it'll be in Libra. So it's not really going to be in a fun place until it gets into Scorpio, and I think that's like late
Uh,
September. Well,
okay.
that'll be fun for me at least, you know.
Yeah, Mars is right. I
Whether
like.
it's fun for everybody
Yeah.
else, I don't know. That's
No, no, no.
not my concern.
Hey, but I like when Mars transits my ascendant in Libra because I like when it goes. Well, I hate when it's in my 12th house, but boy, I
Yes,
love when it's in my first house. So
it is
yeah,
fun. Mars in your first is fun.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
but yeah, it's no, you are correct though. Figuring out like healthy routine, like focus on like it's. I feel like I've heard somewhere, and this is kind of generic, but like Mars affects men more, Venus affects women more. I don't think that's actually accurate 100%, but I think like as a general like maybe it affects people with more Martian place like stronger Martian placements. And
Yeah.
so like um Mars and Leo not my favorite. Not my favorite energy. It's a bit much with that energy.
What
Like
sign? What houses does it go through on you?
10, 11. Right now it's 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
What's my
conflict with
seventh?
motherfuckers in groups. So you've just stood back from it a little bit, so you didn't get too
I
caught up in it. That's
yeah,
pretty smart. Pretty smart.
exactly. That's
You
funny.
probably
Stop calling me out. That's exactly it.
Well, that's good because things have been
Well
like
done.
well, it was just weird because like things were like really chill for the most part for a week or two,
Yeah.
and then it was just everybody's frustrations all in the last like 3 days.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's just like,
every everybody's got the existential angst, dude. Like
They do.
it's totally because of the fucking news, man. It's
Yeah.
if you were just like if you didn't watch the news and you were Amish or whatever, you know, and you were just going out and building barns every day,
Yeah.
you would not give a shit at all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like this era would have been just fine. You would have had like, oh, fucking Cletus or whatever his name. I don't know what
yep,
Amish names are. Cletus was
Amadeus.
Cletus is
Jebediah.
really in his fucking he's being a dick, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's probably how you saw the Mars and Leo transit
Yeah.
if you were Amish. You were
Oh,
like,
David.
Cletus is really full of himself right now. It's crazy, you know? Like he
David
needs
is
to
another
stop.
generic Amish name, not talking about anybody specific. Because I literally like my brother's name David. I've, there's like
Oh.
1,000 Davids.
What
Wait,
about
did I say David?
No,
I
you
said
no.
Cletus.
Yeah, Troy said
Yeah,
David.
I'm making fun of Amish people.
You're making fun of your brother
Well, they're
apparently.
never going to watch this, so we're good. You know,
I
like
don't.
no
No,
Amish
Hey.
people will be offended by
Yeah.
anything we say.
Literally zero Amish
There's
people.
literally zero
Yeah.
Amish watch.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
No, no. They're on Rumspringer. They do
I don't
Rumspringer
know.
and they're
I don't
like,
know.
I want
Curtis
to
may
watch
watch it.
Astrobros. Yeah. Yeah.
and they're like, somebody, we're just dissing him, and he's like, nobody Amish is named Cletus. What the fuck? It's
Yeah.
Jebediah, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You know,
Yeah. Dumb shit. You dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're
and they
like,
say it, and they feel bad about it after they
yeah,
say
yeah.
it. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, I said the S word.
Yeah. We just get a comment on the video. I'm sorry. God bless or whatever.
Yeah.
God
Maybe.
bless the Amish. I think they're
Yeah.
cool, and they are having a lot of babies. There should be more of them in the future,
Good.
because our birth rate is real low right now. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
know this, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and a lot of people don't have a problem with that because they think the earth is overpopulated and so many
Oh,
people like don't even want kids or don't even want the kids they have.
that's
But
wild.
I'm surrounded by that ideology.
Yeah.
Um
It's
That's
just
gay.
it
oh, I've
is.
had
I'm not a fan of it.
Spiritually, it's
It
spiritually gay.
it is.
I've
It
had
is 100%.
yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, don't have kids. Oh, don't have kids," or whatever, and I'm just like and it's just like that's the environment I'm surrounded in. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. They have
imagine.
kids. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
well, no,
Go ahead.
no, some of them do and some of them don't
Yeah.
who say
Like
that.
this is.
if if somebody that has kids says don't have kids, that is a bad person right there,
I
actually,
know. That's
because
what I was thinking. Yeah.
that is a bad person.
Yeah. They are not a
I
good parent then. Yeah.
No. You should have kids, Troy.
Yeah,
I
You should
I
have many children.
like
I'm
18.
2 or
No,
3.
just tiny children, mini
2 or
children.
3.
Mini. Oh, mini. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just little. You can put them in your pocket, take them to work with you.
Date like a Vietnamese person that's like 4 foot
Oh,
0, like
yeah.
fucking get it done.
Hey, hey,
Wild.
if why don't I just go all the way down? Oh wait, no, I'm restricting my
Pygmies?
sample size even further.
Almost,
No.
yeah.
Pygmies would be cool, I guess.
That,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, then they'd all have acting careers,
Midgie.
as like Oompa Loompas and
Hey.
Jawas.
No, they don't even do that anymore. Child molesters? Is that what you just said? What did you just say?
What?
Child. What did you just say?
I said
What?
Jawas. What the fuck?
Okay, sorry. Good.
Do I need to edit that out now?
Maybe. I
Like,
mean, I'm just trying to keep you busy, dude.
why?
Yeah. Hey, he's just seeing if you're paying attention. It's
Yeah,
just a
just checking.
test. Yeah, it's a test. He got
It's
you.
just a test, man. Got him.
You passed.
You
You passed.
you
Got
guys are
him.
Yeah.
really putting me to work on this editing stuff. Like,
No, it'll
No,
be
we're fine.
fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're
We
fine.
haven't talked about anybody in the group. We've just said naughty words a couple times. It's fine.
Yeah, but
yeah,
obviously
And
but
we're
the thing,
joking. We're
if
but
obviously joking.
you,
YouTube has to shut us down for this, it just proves our point.
oh no,
Yeah.
they're just gonna,
Yeah.
Just like Kanye's point.
they're just gonna
Yeah.
shadow ban us for having such words. You know?
Well, and
It-
you know, N
Maybe if
word,
we're shadow
hallelujah.
banned, people will be more interested and watch it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like we could be like the most shadow banned Astrobros
Hey, let's
But
go.
podcast in the
That'll
universe.
that'll boost.
but then they can't
Yeah.
even search us. I mean,
Yeah.
right now we're searchable.
Yeah.
That's nice. And we finally outshadowed the other two Astrobro channels.
Yeah. You noticed that. Good job. But ours,
Wait, we did? We have more videos
Oh,
or we have more
we're
viewers?
all of them.
both. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Are
they
people
only
starting to watch our shit?
I
Sort
mean,
of.
I mean, well, like shout
Sort
out to
of.
Davey. He's our most dedicated watcher.
Oh shit! Shout out to
Davey
Davey.
likes us.
Davey is the only one who's watched all of our fucking episodes, as
God
far as
damn.
I'm
Okay.
concerned.
Well, let's pause and say Davey
Davey,
David's.
this one's for you, man. I love
Cheers,
you.
brother.
You're a
Yeah.
good
Ah,
dude.
I have to
And
cheers
it's
with
not just
water.
because you're
Sorry.
watching us. I've always thought it.
No, I only think it because you watch our videos. I have no idea who
Oh,
you are.
I've only
damn.
seen
I'm
I've
just
yeah.
kidding.
Rough.
Ruh-roh. I'm kidding.
I just say it because I just really like Davey and I want him to come over and spend some time with me.
Oh, I don't
That's
know him.
gay. That's gay.
It
And he
does.
would
That
he'd
was
be
gay.
into it. He'd
Isn't
be
he?
into it. That was
He's
some
gay.
gay shit.
Is he
Yeah.
gay? Is he?
No,
No,
he's bi.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making jokes.
Oh,
I
But
think
no,
he's
for
bi,
real.
at least.
In the
He's
group,
hit
it's
on me, so I think he's bi.
okay. Well,
in the group, it's fun to joke about that stuff. But like, let's just be honest. Like, nobody,
let's
like
be
most
honest.
people aren't traveling like 1,000+ miles to go fucking hook up with some fucking astro thought. You know, me included.
Actually, there's some. Never mind. I'm not gonna name names. There's some people.
I qualified that and said most people.
There is one that
I know
Amber
there's
has told me about.
exceptions.
Yeah.
I know there's plenty of
Well,
exceptions to
Yeah.
that, but at the
how
same
far
time,
did
is
Amber have
most
to
of them
travel to meet you? I'm not saying she's an astro thought because she's not at
Ooh.
all. She's
Wah,
wonderful.
wah,
But
wah.
what 2,500
wasn't it over
miles?
2,000 miles? I don't know. It
Over
felt
two
like a
It
thousand.
long
was.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2,800.
Yeah. And she lived with you for a while. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it does happen.
Well, still
And
does.
Oh,
again, she is a wonderful
Still
Christian
does.
woman. And we're not saying anything untoward about her, but I'm just saying that maybe sometimes
no,
they do travel
Hmm.
if it's
no.
worth it.
It's true. I'm worth
Oh,
it.
it
Thank you,
it
Mike.
happens, and I know that some people have
They're going to
traveled
get married.
and hooked up, but most of the time they spend a lot of money. They travel, they hook up, and that's about it.
Yeah. No, no. There's a person who I won't name, but I heard a story about her
Only
traveling.
shooting
Mike,
stars
Mike
break
knows the
the
story probably.
mold. That's you. You're a
I
shooting
mean, I do
star.
know quite a few. I mean, there's been some sex.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Just
there's
saying.
one
Well, hold
person
up a
who.
sex.
Wait, let's not go
Hold
into.
up a sex.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
I can't, not on this. That'll definitely get a shadow banned.
Whoop whoop whoop. Yep.
Yeah, but
So,
no,
anyways,
just to edit ourselves. Nobody has ever had sex ever in the entire humanity.
yeah, unless they're married.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
Amber and I have not ever had.
So when are you guys going to tie the knot? Is it still happening in September? Is that still the plan?
Next summer we're gonna do like a thing, but yeah.
Wait,
There's
did you already do it? And you did it, didn't you? Did you already just get the thing done? Are you officially married? Nice, dude.
Congrats. Congrats.
Next summer, you're not going to have a thing this summer? Why not?
because it's too soon. We want to be able to give people a chance to plan their lives. So we did the, what is it called? Elope. What is that called?
Yeah, that's called eloping.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
eloped.
But we're
Not
gonna
not
do
an
like a
antelope.
we're gonna do like a yeah, we're gonna antelope. We anteloped, but we're gonna do like a like an actual like you know
Thing.
thing. We just next summer is the plan because we want to give people a chance. We want to invite people and give them a chance to come. So
Yeah, but you're going to probably get pregnant before that even happens. So, I mean,
I will
are
get
you already
pregnant.
there?
Yeah, she's
You
been
are
fucking me.
showing.
Yeah, thank you. She's been putting her seed in me left and right, and I think I am pregnant. So yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you're pregnant. Pregnant.
Hagadati.
Um, Congratulations. I don't know if you have to edit this part out. I don't know, but I think probably
Oh
not. It's fine.
no, no,
I'm
edit.
happy. I'm happy for you.
Are
Congratulations.
are you
Thank
Mom,
you.
you're
okay? Are you okay announcing this to the 5 people watching this far into
Yes.
the video?
Oh, absolutely. This it's so
good.
the sad thing
That's
is
a
that's
great
true.
self-deprecating
Yeah,
joke right there. That's
it's
perfect.
so true. Yeah, it's 100% true. But
Hey,
yeah.
I've looked at the metrics of how many people are watching these far into the videos. Like,
Yeah,
I'm being optimistic with 5 watching this far in.
yeah.
Oh, 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 it
It's
hurts.
true. No. Hey, shout out to Jennifer Nani because she watches the whole thing. So hey, Jennifer, you're watching right now,
What?
probably.
Hey,
Nanny
Jennifer.
Nanny Boo Boo
Or
is watching us?
she seems to watch them all. Yeah,
Oh, well, how
Nani
about
likes
that?
us.
yeah,
I know a lot of people click and watch it and start the video, but not a lot of
yeah.
people
And then,
finish the
and then it goes,
video.
it falls
Yeah.
And they're
off.
like, why is he talking about permaculture again? I just don't care. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I
yeah.
love permaculture. I'm just
I'm not.
joking.
I'm
I'm
not.
just fucking with you.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. What the fuck? That no.
Well, if we're talking about elements, I've studied a lot of the elements of how they interact with like natural systems.
Oh
Like for
God,
instance, did you know
no.
that frost rolls downhill?
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So if you want to help protect against frost, you can actually put bushes on the upper side hill of something and protect something on the underside from frost.
Oh,
That's cool.
nice. Hey.
Yeah.
Permaculture principles are actually really
Okay.
cool. It's
Yeah,
just, we're not really giving that much shit about them. It's
I
just
am.
for fun.
I
We're
am.
just for funsies, dude.
What?
No. We
What? You
need
guys give shit?
yeah,
You're like why don't you just like post all this shit somewhere if you
yeah.
have so much fun with it?
We need to make a jingle. It's Troy's permaculture tip of the episode, and we'll just do like
Well,
every episode.
we gotta do the thing where we're bringing other people in because that will hook
Yeah.
people into it. We just
Yeah.
gotta
Oh,
do go
we'll
live
do that
from
soon.
Facebook with the StreamYards or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Um,
You
Yeah,
are correct,
I heard that
sir.
there's another StreamYards, but StreamYards is still being used by a lot of people. It's funny because they're like on StreamYards and like, I fucking hate StreamYards. And I'm like, okay, but you're still on it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of people hate meth, but they're still on it.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's true.
who can make the sun rise
Meth can.
with your
Meth.
Meth
teeth falling
can,
out?
the Candyman can.
Oh, God.
Um,
You're a
do we have
crackhead.
anything else to talk about? Let's get further into Israel because that makes Troy uncomfortable.
Let's do it.
I,
So,
I mean, there's lots of things
the
that make Troy
Jews.
uncomfortable. I mean, intimacy
The
makes me uncomfortable
Jews.
too. We could go there.
Hey. So,
Have you ever been intimate with Israeli?
yeah.
I've thought about it. I've met a couple. I've over the years I've met some Israelis, and I was just like,
I have too, and they were pretty good looking, actually. You know what they say about Kazari milkers? Have you heard about that? Have you heard about the Kazari
No,
milkers? Yeah.
no.
Look at Ben Shapiro's sister. She got the best of that family. He was like the leavings. He was the leavings. Just the worst of that family. But Abby Shapiro, she can get some. I'm just saying, she looks good.
Yeah.
You don't agree? Have you ever looked at Abby Shapiro? Look her up right now online and show her on the screen so that we can
Sure,
all
pull
see
it up.
Abby Shapiro.
Who's Joe Rogan's guy? Pull it up, Jamie. Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Okay, who is this? Abby?
Abby Shapiro.
I'm on a watch list now.
No, she's fine. She likes being seen, you know?
Okay.
Okay, show us.
Can you not see it?
No, wait. Maybe I gotta turn this way.
What am I looking
Wait,
at?
we need one picture that's like bigger. That
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
it's gotta show the
the
yeah, that
milkers.
one should work.
Okay.
Wait, the other one, the one on the very far left, that's pretty good.
You're on a watch list now, Troy.
Yep.
That's a nice
Oh,
gift. But do the one on the very far left.
But this one?
what is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's pretty good looking, you know? Like
Is that
she looks so much better than Ben
I
Shapiro,
was
for
gonna say
example.
that's actually Ben Shapiro's sister.
Yeah, for real, dude. That's Abby
Holy
Shapiro.
no way.
So this is why I'm not you can't really call me anti because I'm
Are you
pro,
trying to
you
say
know?
that you could fix her? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to say that I can fix her, but you know,
Oh, look at her.
uh
Look at her. Look at it. Okay. Her husband is
So my question,
so Jewy.
not a looks match, you know, that's what I'm saying. He
so you
like
think she has a good
skated up.
personality is what you're saying?
Yeah,
She
two of
she
them.
used to have a really nice personality actually. I've seen her
Two
videos and
really
she's
good
been very cool.
personalities. Yeah, two really good
She's
personalities.
got amazing personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Amazing personalities.
I
And
mean,
I'm in trouble now. So Amber, if you're watching, I love you.
yeah, well it's all right. We're just talking about her personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personality. Yeah, for sure. She seems like a really nice person actually. She's into traditional marriage and babies.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I always thought that
But Ben Shapiro sucks a dick and should not be allowed any kind of power in the political sphere anymore.
I always
That's
thought
my
that
sense.
Brett Cooper looked like Ben Shapiro.
He's
Ah.
Brett Cooper.
Are you not Can you not see the screen?
No, wait, I'm moving over. Where's Brett? Brett Cooper?
Yeah.
Everything's not kosher. Wait, that's not Ben Shapiro? Zoom in.
It's the dude version of Ben Shapiro.
That is
Whoa.
Ben Shapiro. It says Ben Shapiro right there.
Well, but then next to
Of
him
course, Ben
is
Shapiro's on the right. I'm talking about the lady on the left.
Oh, wait, the lady on the left looks like Ben Shapiro?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
literally
kind
brought
of.
up a picture of both of them so you could see them side by side.
I'd like to see Ben Shapiro with like a tattoo
Yes,
like
Ben
Mike
Shapiro looks
Tyson's
like Ben
tattoo.
Shapiro.
Hmm. Pretty much one of my least favorite influencers as far as it goes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, he is a total sack of shit. I've like
He's
Yeah.
let me just put it this way. For me personally, as I was going through, because after Trump got elected the first time, I more or less we didn't have the words for it, but I realized I had TDS. That I couldn't listen to basically any conservative talk for more than 5 minutes without me losing my shit. And
Mm.
Ben Shapiro was my sharpening stone. Was basically like it was like, hey, most of what he says I shouldn't be disagreeing with, and or like half the stuff I agree with what he's saying, but then he comes to the wrong conclusion, and then the other stuff he says is basically random, like run of the mill conservative stuff, and I'm like, these aren't new thoughts. Why am I getting upset? So it's like 10 years ago or whatever at this point, like I was watching him and so it's like I learned a lot about his perspectives just because he was my sharpening stone. Cause and it's like now watching him over the years is that basically it's like he's basically changed almost everything he's ever said that he's ever believed in back then, you
Yeah,
know? And it's just like he's so opportunistic. He's basically just a fucking neocon, you know, except our
for
age,
sure.
and it's so sickening to see. Like,
I mean, just imagine how he was like. He said something about like how his. Where did Nick go?
he's
Yeah.
still there.
Okay,
Yeah.
he said something about
He just
like
turned off his
how
camera.
he
No,
said something
it's on.
really weird about like how his wife's it like who was it that people that put out wet ass pussy? What is it called?
Oh yeah,
Cardi B and fucking Megan the Stallion, right? They put out that video,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, "Why are they even talking about this?" Oh, it was like very bad. He did not understand the concept of a wet one, and that is sad. It's sad.
Well,
He's
but he also
married, right? So it's like it just doesn't happen for him.
yeah.
That
Oh,
means
oh, oh,
he can't talk his way into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well
is
the
how good is he really? I don't know.
well the thing is that like he also like let me just put it this way. I think his wife is plenty healthy, and I think that she's properly turned on by Ben enough. My issue is I don't think that Ben understands the nature of alliteration and exaggeration in that a lot of people have in sexual thing, and that's what he didn't like the fact that people were flaunting it more, and so but he doesn't, but he can't say that because it makes him sound like a little bitch. So basically he has to go like talk about like, oh well, don't you know it's actually like bad for you or whatever. He thinks that makes him sound better, but because he's coming from a place and he's insecure, he's digging a bigger hole for himself,
yeah.
Yeah,
and not the
a
hole that we
drier
all want to
hole.
be in. Yes. Ah, you got it. I was trying to get there.
Yeah.
The slope was not slippery enough.
Oh
Oh
God. I think we've embarrassed ourselves enough today. Is there anything else we need to do, Astro Bros, or do you want to keep
no.
going, or are
Uh,
we good?
I think we've done a great job of a
Yeah.
great. You know what? I'm not embarrassed at all. I had a
We've done an adequate job at talking about like lots of stuff.
yeah.
And I think that it might be entertaining for our
Hmm.
5 viewers. So 5 viewers out there, this is for you.
This is for
Yeah.
you. You're the diehards. You're the real ones.
You're the real
Yeah.
ones.
Real
Yeah.
Eventually.
American heroes.
Yeah. So, like, subscribe, comments. Comment I'm a real one in the comments if you're still
Yeah,
watching.
if you're still watching, comment I'm a
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah.
And we did give a shout out to Davey and Nani, so we especially expect you
So
guys to.
that's
Yeah, and we
two.
didn't
There's
mention David, so we don't expect any comments from him. So
wait, who's
David
David?
doesn't watch this. Are you kidding? David Minor Wesley Hall never watches this.
Oh no, yeah, he
He's
watched like one.
he's too busy getting propositioned by all of the women in our group.
Yeah. He gets so much online pussy, it's not funny.
It
well,
is crazy how much
Yeah.
online pussy he gets. It's
Online
like
pussy, yeah.
almost too much.
he
That's
basically walks through the astrology group like it's Costco on a Saturday, and he's just free samples.
Just all the time. I mean, good
yeah.
for him.
I
Like,
Good
mean,
for
hey,
him.
would you like
yeah.
to try our stuffed crust bracken butts? He's like,
No,
eh, no.
Oh.
no, I'm not into it. And then they get really
Uh,
sad when he's not into
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's been said that somebody like said, "I want to have 10 babies with you," and he was like, "Ew," And yeah, it's been said.
Rumor
That's
has it.
hilarious. He's
Rumor
funny.
has it. Uh, it's too many. That's too much to open with. Like
Yeah.
you should be like. I want to have 3
Yeah,
with you.
start with 4 babies max, not 10. Like,
Yeah.
come
Well,
on,
I
like,
was like,
lowball them.
David,
You
you
gotta
really have
lowball
to
them.
spread it out a little bit more for genetic diversity so that you've
Yeah.
got it from a lot of different, we want the best version,
But see,
of
Yeah.
but I
David's
think you
kids.
forget that she already did that in her escapades beforehand, that she got enough genetic diversity already, and now she just
What
needs
are
to
you
double
talking
down.
about? What do you mean? How do you get genetic diversity without having babies? Are you talking about
Oh,
chimeric shit?
I was just saying that, they're a garden implement.
Oh, you're talking about hoes. They get mad sometimes. Yeah. Hoes are
How's
mad
mad?
pretty
How's
often.
mad? They mad.
Yeah, well, they get a lot of genetic diversity.
Yeah.
It's true. Genital diversity.
It's actually really good. God damn it, that was good. Genital.
Feel
Anyway, and
American
on that,
heroes.
we will call it. That you know what?
Good night,
Hey,
bros. It's been
yeah.
fun.
I respect your genital
Astrological
diversity.
pros.
Genital diversity.
With
I
your
mean, do what you want.
astrological
Yeah.
pros. Woo!
Uh, that's fucking
It's fun.
amazing.
Let's stop it and still chat for a second.
All
Let's
right,
do
Oh,
that.
sounds
wait.
good.
Okay, we're going
Bye,
you guys are
everyone.
gonna miss all of this deliciousness and
Yeah. So like if you want to see the deleted scenes, um pay $1,000 on our Patreon and you can
or
watch all of these. Yeah.
We don't
just
have a Patreon yet, but we will make one if you're willing to pay us $1,000.
Yeah. We will
D
say anything you want.
Yeah, so we will be like, we'll be liberals.
DM
We'll be
me.
liberals for the rest of time. Just
Just
pay us a
DM
thousand
us.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna be
mean,
like,
like,
Trump is the worst.
Yeah.
Trump
if you
is
Patreon.
guys
the
pay us,
worst. We'll just say it
Subscribe.
over and over again because
Yeah.
that's what you love to hear.
Yeah.
yeah,
Tim, subscribe to, oh, sorry. Oops. Don't edit that. Tim, last name unknown. Just pay us $1,000 and we'll say whatever you want, buddy.
Mhm. We'll be like, Tim should be the leader of the fucking Minnesota, the Illinois chapter of the Socialist Party of, I don't know what the fuck he's in, but
I don't
the
know.
DSA or whatever.
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
think he
say it. We'll
knows.
say it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm kind of
exactly.
sad that he's gone. Let's be honest.
Me too. I know. I don't
oh,
know why he
yeah.
spiraled,
Well,
but yeah.
He
um,
is because I was mean to him one time. I was like, if you're gonna, I said like, what did I say? I
Oh,
said,
you were.
if you're gonna keep telling me to kill myself, I don't want you in my group. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh.
all right.